Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cannon Mind Fitness online training. It is your coach, Pablo. Welcome to your CrossFit workout. Let's get into your guided flow. First things first, we're gonna go and grab those hands, reach for the ceiling, get nice and tall, reach. I want you to elongate your body, reach for the ceiling with your head, with your shoulders, with your hands. You can do a little wiggle, 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 and get taller. Release the ribs, release the core. Right, we've been sitting a lot, at home a lot. So you gotta loosen up that entire body. Just wiggle it up and keep getting taller. Envision yourself growing little by little. Nice and tall, reach, reach, reach. Beautiful, hands to heart center and breathe. Beautiful. Tuck that chin, roll the shoulders, exhale. One vertebrae at a time, go ahead and touch those toes. Oh, nice. Down here, go ahead and shake those hips a little left and right. Loosen up those hamstrings. Oh, beautiful. Inhale back up, one vertebrae at a time. Reach for the ceiling. Nice and tall, nice and tall. Right hand's gonna come across the chest. Right elbow's gonna fold. You're gonna grab the outside of that right hand with your left hand and pull that right arm across. Feel that stretch come across the body and exhale. 3 exhales. That's 2. And 3, beautiful. Go ahead and reach for the ceiling. Nice and tall, reach, reach, reach. And bring that left arm across the chest. Fold that left elbow. Grab the outside of that left hand with the right hand. And pull that arm across the body. Feel that stretch come across the entire shoulder, scap, upper back region. Exhale 3 times. Beautiful. After you exhale 3 times, release the hands. Reach for the ceiling. Get nice and tall, 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 tall. Beautiful. Grab that right elbow. Pull that right elbow across and pull that hand down. Exhale. Nice. Again, 3 exhales there. And then we're going to release. Bring the hands down. Reach, get nice and tall. And then left side, same thing. Bend that left elbow. Pull it across. Keep that elbow and arm behind your head. And exhale 3 times. Beautiful. After those 3 breaths, bring those hands back down. Let's roll around the neck. 5 circles clockwise. And then 5 circles counterclockwise. Beautiful. And then we're gonna go some shoulder rolls back, all the way up, all the way forward, all the way down, all the way back, up, down, 3 times forward, and then 3 times backwards, all the way up, all the way back, all the way down, forward, up, back, down, just like you see. Beautiful. Go ahead and tuck that chin, roll the shoulder again, down to the toes, 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale. Inhale back up. Reach. Wide stance with the feet. Tuck the chin, roll the shoulders. Exhale again. Fold those arms. Rock left to right. Beautiful. After about 3 to 4 on each side, go ahead and hit a side lunge. To the left, you can use your elbow to support. Keep that chest up as much as you can. Feel that stretch in the hamstring and groin area. And then come up to center and then set up for your right side. Again, you can totally set up that elbow on the knee and press that knee out and exhale. Back to center. Do that one more time to the left. And one more time to the right. Beautiful. Up and reach. Bring those feet in just slightly into a squat stance. Hands on the knees. Then go ahead and sit down into a squat. You can go ahead and play with this. You can press out a little bit more. Keep that chest up. Keep opening up those hips. We're going to slowly make it out to that side lunge position that we were just at. Rocking back and forth a little bit. Feel what feels good, right? Move it around. There's no right or wrong. Again, wide again. Beautiful. Sink the hips up, chest down, walk it out into a perfect plank position. Once you're in a plank position, you're gonna go half plank and cobra. Press up, exhale, get nice and tall. Reach for the ceiling, keep the toes pointed back. And come on down. Go ahead and rotate once on each shoulder. Rotate, rotate, and press up. Beautiful. And down. We're gonna go ahead and do alternating prone angels. So starting here, forehead on the ground, come around. We're gonna go 4 repetitions. Beautiful. Hands back underneath you. And press up. Exhale, get nice and tall. Reach for that ceiling. Beautiful. Back down. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Elbows down. Press up. It's called the Sphinx. It's like a little mini cobra. We're just gonna hang out here for 30 seconds. I want you to really keep tension on the elbows down, shoulders down, head out of your shoulders, but totally relax your core, relax your hips. Let them sink behind you as you're pressing your torso up. So again, you're gonna feel a little burn on the shoulders. That's totally cool, right? Because you're actively holding your body away from the ground. As your hips are sinking down, your back is getting a little bit of a distraction. Your low back is getting released a little bit. Nice and slow. Hold. Press up again. Keep that tension up. Keep reminding yourself. Beautiful. Back down. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Once you are on your back, you're gonna go ahead and have your hands into a T. Your right foot's gonna come up. Right foot is gonna come across to the left side. Beautiful, breathe it out. Stack that right hand over the left hand and then drag that right hand across the body, open up 3 times. Nice, after the third, bring it back down. You're gonna open up and then bring it back across. Open up, kind of like drawing a half circle or a half moon over your head and back to center. Beautiful. As you unwind, go into a T. You're gonna bring your left leg in and that's gonna scoop into your right calf and ankle. And you're gonna go into this little glute stretch. So you're gonna press that knee out actively the entire time you're here and release. Press out. So I'm actively pressing that knee out, not with my hands, but with my body. The muscle, mind muscle connection, and then release. I do a total of 5. That was 2, now we're on the third, and release. But I'm keeping my hips square, right? So my hips aren't moving at all. I'm just rotating because I could, right, twist like that, obviously, like you just saw me do. So I want you to keep that core tight as we're pressing that knee out, right? We're getting that stretch in the glute, not really trying to move the hip. Beautiful. On to number 5. Nice. Interlock those fingers behind the hamstring, pull the legs closer to you, and then squeeze the quads, straighten the leg, point the toe back, and pull back. Beautiful. Release and bend the knee. Do it again. Up, squeeze, point the toe, and pull back. Only pull back once your leg is straight, right? So if your leg is straight here, that's fine, and then work on that position and then pull it back, all right? That's the goal. There you go. One more. For number 3. Squeeze, pull back. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Bring it down. You're gonna come on up. And then you're gonna go ahead and go into the other side. So left foot across to the right side. Hold this position for a couple seconds here, about 3 seconds. And then left hand over right hand. Drag that left hand across the body, open up, and then back to the top. Open up, back to the top. Open up, and back to the top. Now, we're gonna draw that half circle, half moon above our head, back to the side, and then fold. Open up, hands over. Open up, hands over. Open up, hands over. Beautiful, that was the third one. Back to the T, and then bring that leg in. You're gonna catch with that right quad, then go ahead again, press that knee out that's bent. Thinking about mind-muscle connection, we're just moving through the glutes. Really focus on keeping your hips squared. So maybe even if you put your hands on your hips, and you'll feel them when you start to shift, you're like, oh, I felt my other opposite hip come up. So make sure you put your hands there, feel it out, press this knee out actively, think about driving it out with your brain, connecting it to the muscles. Beautiful, that was 2, 3, and you could do more of this. This feels fantastic, so I'm gonna do a total of 5 here. If you wanna do more, you can totally do 10. Again, if you feel like you want more out of any of these stretches, you can always add more and adjust. This is your stretch, it's your time to make yourself feel good and be your best self. Beautiful. Now, interlock your hands behind your hamstring. Beautiful. And just hold here for a second. Feel that tension build through the glutes. You're gonna start to feel it. Beautiful. So if you have like an SI joint problem, this will also help start to work that. Nice. And then extend that leg, squeeze that quad, point the toe back. Make sure the leg is straight first, and then gently pull back, exhale, and release, release. Up, point the toe back, pull back, and release. Beautiful. We're gonna do 3, but again, you could totally do 5, you could totally do 10. It is absolutely up to you and what feels best. And if this is an extremely tight position for you, then heck yeah, spend some more time. Do 10 on each side. And that'll definitely work out that soreness and maybe tightness that you might have had over time develop. Beautiful. Go ahead and release, release. Go ahead and roll back onto your stomach. And then press back up into Cobra. Tuck those toes. Down dog. Press away, drive the body away from the floor. Try to drive those heels to the ground. I'm getting a nice little calf stretch and hamstring stretch. If this is a little bit too much sensation, you can bend the knees and then try to straighten the legs, right? So first, flatten your back like you see right here, and then squeeze the quads and drive the heels down, and then release. Squeeze, and then release. As long as you maintain that back flat, this is gonna help actively loosen up those hamstrings. Breathe, and release. Press out, and release. We did it 5 times, that was 3. Beautiful, that was 5. Left foot up, left foot to right hand. Sit into that glute stretch, sit back into that glute stretch. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful, now you're gonna walk it around. So you're gonna hang out over the left side and walk your way all the way to the right side. As far as you can go, and then back the other way. We're gonna go a total of 3 circles. So that was 1. This will be first half of 2, second half of 2. There we go, that's 2 total. Now first half of 3. And second half of 3. And you can take this a little slower if you'd like. Depends on how you want to feel. Beautiful. After that, go ahead and kick it back. Left foot up, and then left foot to left hand. Here, we're gonna start to work on this hip mobility in this lunge position. So first thing I want you guys to do is go ahead and drive this knee out 5 times. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my hands, position them away where I can actively press this knee out while keeping my foot on the ground and keeping my shin vertical, right? So I'm gonna press this knee out and see I'm kind of positioning myself. That way I keep the shin pretty perpendicular to the ground. Beautiful. Press that knee out and release. Press that knee out and release. Press it out, foot stays on the ground. I'm really making an effort to drive my toes into the ground and keep my foot down as I drive out. That was 2, one more time. 3. Now we're gonna look at the bottom of the shoe. So I'm gonna reposition myself so I can get some better leverage and press out. 1, 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3, release. So now we've loosened up that hip a little bit, we're gonna start to work on getting low. So slowly, drop your elbow as low as you can and come up. We're gonna do that 5 times. Every time I want you to exhale. Inhale back up. So take your time and try to go a little bit lower each time, even if it's a millimeter of effort. That's what I'm looking for here. And then back up. And then back up. 4 and 5. Beautiful. After that, if you can drop this elbow, cool. You can go ahead and drop and wait in that position. If not, you can start on this other one, right? That way I can get some time to warm up and get into the center position, right? So eventually you want to be pretty squared away with this position, right about there in this runner's lunge. Boom. And so that takes time to develop those. This is not an overnight thing. This is something you work at for months, years at a time. And just like your health and fitness journey is not something you're gonna figure out or accomplish in 6 weeks, in 90 days, in a year. It takes time, it adapts to you, you adapt to it, you change it because life changes and things change. So it is all about adaptation and controlling what you can and being consistent and consistently doing the planning and controlling. So there we go. After you spend about 30 seconds down there, come back up. You're gonna go ahead and kick that left foot back. Down dog, left foot up, and just hold this for a second. Kind of feel the release of the body from that position that we were in for a little bit. And then go ahead and bring that foot down. Shake it out a little bit if you'd like. Beautiful. Just doing some ankle rolls here. There we go. Right foot up. Hold. And then right foot to left hand. Again, use your hands to keep you upright for the start of this position. Breathe and sit through. Beautiful. After that, come on down, starting on the right side, and then you're just gonna walk it all the way through. And then walk it back. You're gonna do 3 rotations, right? That was 1 full rep. We got 2 more. That was 2, and now we have the last one. Here we go on 3. Beautiful. And just working that glute through different ranges of motion, different angles. Nice. All right, go ahead and kick it back. Down dog, right foot up, hold, and then right foot to right hand. Again, position yourself where you have perpendicular shins to the ground, foot stays on the ground. Position your other hand where you can get some leverage on this hand, and then press that knee out 5 times. Exhale, and down. Exhale, and then release. Exhale, and release. Exhale, and release. One more time. Exhale, and release. Now look at the bottom of your shoe. Press out. And release. Press out. And release. Press it out. And release. Press it out. and release. Beautiful. Now again, like we said, we're gonna work on getting ourselves lower to the ground on this runner's lunge position. So you're gonna go ahead and start by working on the elbow drop. So you're gonna drop this elbow as low as you can, exhale, come back up. You're gonna do that a total of 5 times. Here's a little bonus. If you're wanting to stretch out your hips as well, I am actively squeezing my back hip. My left hip, right, that's down on the ground, folded like this. I'm actively squeezing that down to the ground, and that's creating a stretch in the front part of my hip, AKA the hip flexors, AKA when you sit a lot, your hip flexors shorten and get real tight, and then when you run, it just exasperates it. I mean, so there's so many things that come from tight hip flexors. So this is a great way to get a more bang for your buck out of this stretch, which is stretching out this hip, by also squeezing that glute and pressing that hip down. Cool? So continuing back with that elbow drop and press up. Elbow drop, press up. Elbow drop, press up. Elbow drop, press up. Beautiful. Now again, you can start on the outer elbow there if the first elbow is still a little tight, and then just slowly work your other one down, and then slowly work your way into the full. Again, this is not something that happens overnight. This is something I and athletes and you will work at for years to come, but the benefits are insane and is something that you'll definitely benefit from. So hold again, 30 seconds here. Beautiful. Hands back down, and then go ahead and kick it back. Again, bring it up, hold it for a second, and let that leg relax. Give it some ankle rolls, ankle circles, just generally moving around that hip from working that position, right? Beautiful. Now you're gonna go ahead and walk your feet in. They're gonna come out to outside of your hands, and you're gonna sink down, bottom of a squat. Press the knees out just like you see here. And I'm just really trying to stretch out my hips again, just finishing them off in a kind of the final position. This is the goal of that runner's lunge, of all that work we just did, is to get into a better squat position. The more open your hips are, the better squat you're gonna get. The better squat you get, the stronger your hips, knees, quads, hamstrings are gonna be, the less pain you're gonna have when you sleep, when you sit, when you do work. I mean, it all goes hand in hand, right? If your hamstrings are really tight, if your quads are weak, if your IT bend this, if your knees buckle because you don't have stability, because there's not enough muscle, there's so much benefit from being mobile, being strong, being, metabolically trained, which is just like having good cardio because your heart and lungs need that to function properly. So there's just so much benefit that comes from all this in your daily life. And then if you want to be an athlete, then heck yeah, of course, all this benefits you even more. But for just daily life, it's amazing what proper stretching, proper training, proper nutrition, and taking care of your body can do. So bring your hips back up. Relax down here for a sec. Let that body absorb that stretch. I'm just kind of pumping my quads, releasing it, shaking it around a little bit, getting that blood flow going. And then inhale back up, one vertebrae at a time. And then reach. Send those hips back. Move them around a little bit, check it out. Go from a tucked pelvis position to extended. Just roll through that a couple times. Maybe we've been sitting a lot again, like I said, if that's all 10 times, just rolling it around. Oh, just feels good right now, honestly. Reach for the ceiling and release. All right, team, you are more than ready for your workout today. Good luck, have some fun, and I'll see you in the workout description. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your CrossFit workout. The first part of your warm-up is going to include a 10-minute AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible of 5 Scap pull-ups, just like you see here. Hands on the bar, head through the shoulders, moving just through the shoulder blades, up and down, just like you see here. Then you're going to go into 10 banded straight arm pull downs, right? So you're going to grab a band, put it on a rig or a post or anything overhead, go take a couple steps back, send your hips back, and start pulling down with straight arms as best as you can, just like you see here. Then you're going to go into 10 hollow rocks. These 10 hollow rocks are going to be nice and controlled, keeping my lower back in contact to the ground the entire time, pointing my toes and keeping my core tight. These are the modifications you see here for the hollow rock. Then you're going to finish off each round with 200 meters on the ski erg. If you don't have a ski erg, you can go for the rower or a bike or a jog or burpees or double unders. Anything like that would work from a 1 to 2 minute duration of that cardio stimulus, because again, the goal is to get your heart rate warm and get your heart rate going and get your blood warm. Then your skill work is going to be every minute on the minute for 6 minutes, 3 to 10 strict pull-ups. If you have more than 20 reps of strict unbroken pull-ups, then you're going to go ahead and perform 3 sets, about 60% of your max sets of pull-ups with 1 to 2 minutes of rest, right? So if you have 20 unbroken, break it into 60% and take 3 sets and do 2 minutes of rest in between. Then your workout is going to be a 16-minute AMRAP, 2 deadlifts at 115 for the guys, 80 pounds for the girls. Then you're going to go for 2 thrusters, whether you use a dumbbell, barbell, kettlebell, sandbag, kid, water jug, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're keeping your chest up, pressing your knees out, keeping your hips back, just as you saw in the form video. Then you're going to go into 2-calorie bike, right? If you don't have a bike, you can go for a jog. If you don't have a jog, if you can't jog, go for burpees. If you can't go for burpees, go for the rower, go for double unders, go for any sort of cardio that's short distance, right? So 2 calories would probably only give you between 3 to 5 burpees. For the run, again, it might give you 50 meters of a sprint. So it's pretty short on the calories, like 2 calories. Each of these rounds that you repeat in the 16 minutes are going to go up by 2. So you're going to go 2 deadlifts, 2 thrusters, 2 cal bike, 4 deadlift, 4 thruster, 4 cal bike, so on and so forth until you finish those 16 minutes. Again, if you don't have one of those cardio equipments, just substitute them for one of the other ones. It is totally fine. It all works out the same way. It just warms your heart rate, gets your blood flowing, gets your heart and your lungs working, and builds that metabolic and cardio conditioning that you need to stay healthy for the long term. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. Please post your scores in the private Facebook page, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following along with us. We appreciate your time. We hope you enjoyed the workout. We hope that you let us know your score, if you liked it, how you liked it, and how we can improve for next time. Our goal is to keep you healthy at all times and keep improving alongside you. So please let us know how you like it. Post your scores on social media. Tell your friends about it. Health is incredibly important, especially in this time. So let's all get healthy together and keep each other accountable. See you in the next workout.